What's good, Ravens fans? It's your boy JG, and we are back in the Ravens space, going through the internet, searching for things to talk to you guys about. And I do have something that I think is interesting. And again, I like to talk about sometimes the players that have left the Ravens. And this is one of these instances. And we're going to talk about Hollywood Brown. So let's do it. You guys can see this was a post I found when I talked to you guys about it. It says, this trade was really bad for all parties. He didn't even get the larger role he wanted. So I'm going to scroll down so we don't see anything bad, any bad words. And let's look at some of the stats here, right? So you can see that Hollywood Brown has 57 receptions, 584 yards, 3 touchdowns, and again, averaged 10 yards a catch. Now, he did miss, looks like about 4, 5, 6 games. So let's take that into account. However, just because he missed those games, I'm going to speculate throughout. He still wouldn't have had as many yards as he had with the Ravens. I'll say that again. He would not have had as many yards he's had with the Ravens. That's 100% true, right? I don't think he'd have been a 1,000-yard receiver. Simply based on the stats that I'm projecting out, but also the quarterback got injured, right? So when your starting quarterback gets injured, that falls. So what does this say? Why am I bringing this up, right? Why do I want to talk about this? I want to talk about it because I want to say that sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side. And the reason I say that is mainly for Hollywood, because I still like Hollywood. I wish he would realize his potential. Again, on the smaller side, so he has a uphill climb, but I do like the way he plays from a speed perspective. But I do want to say this. It's not always greener. If Hollywood was still on this team, our receiving core will be much better. Now, I will say opportunity cost does matter. And why I'm bringing that up is because there is a player on our team now that would not have been on our team if it wasn't for him leaving, and that is Tyler Linderbaum. And I don't want to make this a Tyler Linderbaum segment, but I do think he's performing so well in the later stages of the season. The whole offensive line is really gelling, and he's a big part of it. And I really, really think that though I do believe that in the grand scheme of things, a true number one receiver is more valuable than a center. The thing is that in our offense, it's not. You know what I'm saying? In our offense, a center is more valuable. And so I do understand what happened there. But just wanted to pull this up because I do think that if we could have traded something else, we may be a playoff nightmare for some teams, because right now we just don't have it. And the Ravens hope that players like Deshaun Jackson could fill in that gap for Hollywood Brown. In the beginning of the year, they thought it was going to be players like, for some reason, Prochet to do that, but we just can't. We just can't. Now, and the thing about Hollywood is I don't think he is ever going to be that number one receiver, but I do think number 2 receivers in this league make good money. And so let's go down to some of the comments here. Russell Street Hustle says he disagrees. Linderbaum looks like he might be the center this O-line has been lacking for a while now. 100% agree. Again, opportunity cost is the thing. And I might put up a poll. Would you guys rather have Tyler Linderbaum or Hollywood Brown? Because again, I do like Linderbaum, but you can't win games in this league, guys, if you can't stretch the field and you can't attack on the outside. You can't win playoff games, let me say. And that's what we really need to do to take the next step as a team, is win playoff games. From Struggle Streaming, let me jump back here. So Ray Tracing On says, hard disagree. Tyler has been absolutely phenomenal as a center for a rookie. He has been for a rookie. He has, for sure. Rooney is gay says you're just going to ignore the fact he missed 6 games. And then Cypher says, be quiet. That goes against the narrative. Here's the truth, guys. Injuries are a part of it. That's the truth, guys. And I know you guys don't hear me say that because, you know, we have players who have been injured a lot, right? But the truth is that injuries are a part of it. And Hollywood Brown is small. And so you have to consider that. That's another thing we have to consider. You have to say, okay, Hollywood Brown's good. Push him up. But if for the foreseeable future, he's only going to be playing, 12 games a year, knock him back down. He had injury concerns when he was in Baltimore. Now, he did play through some of those injuries, but, it just is what it is. So I wanted to bring that to you guys, see what you guys think. Do you think Tyler Linderbaum is vastly better in value than Hollywood Brown? You guys let me know who you think won the trade. Thanks, and go Ravens.